now board minutes of 2/9.
Motion to approve the February 9th meeting minutes.
Seconded. Roll call.
Martins,
Aye.
Kayevsky.
Aye.
Motion passes. Moving on, approve payment of bills as presented. Roll call. We have the
Yep, just a minute, I'm shifting gears here. Rob Martins, $369.40. Josh Kayevsky, $230.87. Michelle Smith, $3,329.22. Jefferson County Highway Department, $1,073.31. GFL Environmental, $10,520.69. Dempsey Law Firm, $129. Wisconsin Farm Bureau, $65. Northwest Services, $10,147.60. Lang Enterprises, $56.10. And Michelle Smith, $50. Brightspeed, $203.33. Lee Energies, $343.64. And the following checks are from the tax account. Jefferson County Treasurer, $566,378.19. Lower Spring Lake Protection and Rehab District, $3,360.95. Blue Spring Lake LLC, $58,371.72. Fort Atkinson School District, $15,799.25. Palmyra Eagles School District, $1,116,053.93. MATC, $1,138.58. Waukesha County VTAE District, $45,349.57. And Lower Spring Lake Lake Protection and Rehab District, $440.07. Blue Spring Lake LLC, $6,800. Town of Palmyra, $320,969.85. And Jefferson County Treasurer, $1,814.72.
I make a motion to approve the bills as read.
Second.
Martins,
Aye.
Kayevsky.
Motion passes. Public comment. Maybe it was good we had that earlier.
I'll give you one.
All right.
Thank you for doing that earlier. Greatly appreciate it. Would make a recommendation to the board that we set a time frame to have that conversation again in a few months or so. And if possible, do it on Zion Road. The road is closed. And welcome all those people out there so that they can sit in the stench that we have.
I appreciate that.
Especially in Natasha.
Thank you for the idea. Appreciate it. Thanks for the comments. Do appreciate that. Any other public comment? Nothing I do? Okay, good. Well, not good. Thank you. Correspondence?
Nothing except bills.
Any reports, treasurer?
General checking account balance is $416,460.79. Tax account, $454,009.72. Airport checking account is $68,348.77. And the local government investment pool account is at $93,178.49.
Clerk?
Absentee ballots apparently arrived in Jefferson today. We have to go pick them up, and they will be going out this week. And we're also doing our audit this week, so we're busy.
Highway?
Yeah, highway. So we had a failure of Zion Road north of the compost site for daybreak over the weekend. It had started last week. I was on the horn with Jefferson County Highway Department over the weekend. They mobilized equipment out there today. They ended up digging out 3 spots that had failed, 2 additional spots essentially yesterday after the trucks were done hauling. So there was a 2-foot cut out of the road, and then 2 spots and 3 foot out of the 3rd one. 3 foot deep down to suitable soils backfilled with large diameter rock, and then we have reclaimed asphalt in the hole right now. We don't have any asphalt plants aside from one in Waukesha that may be open to pave, or I shouldn't say that, to pave, to provide hot mix asphalt. There is, because that plant is not open, there would be a startup fee. The additional thing is we don't know how much we're going to get pothole creep, if you want to call it, or failure creep in the big picture of things over the next month or so. Because again, they got to haul in, plus there's compost on that site that hopefully sooner than later is also hauled out. So as more is known there, that's what I can report at the time, but we're going to the Jefferson County Highway Department because their internal emergency management things that are going on. It makes sense to review that rather than reach out for additional resources to the Northwest and stuff like that. So that's where we're at. Just to quickly, I guess, in the big picture of things to maybe take some of the teeth out of anything that Bob's going to report. There were some concerns about 2 weeks ago on Friday that unfortunately went to social media before it actually went to me, apparently, questioning the placement of brine in the town of Palmyra. Because it was 60 degrees the day that the brine was put down. To emphasize the point, brine has to be put down at a time and temperature that it can actually physically dry on the road before snow arrives. Northwest equipment is not designed to actively de-ice using brine as some of our county brethren have. They are using a different mixture of brine than what Northwest does. The purpose of what they do is to keep the snow from bonding to the road, which means that it has to dry before the snow falls, otherwise it turns into ice. So it was a curious set of circumstances that at the end of February it was 60 degrees and we were brining, but the purpose of that was the 1 to 3 inches of snowfall that were predicted less than 24 hours from that. So there's a whole bunch of resources. I provided a couple of residents who had an opinion as far as we were wasting money and time, as far as what brine does, what it can do, and the cost that long term it actually saves us on certain roads to not have to go back out a second time, apply additional de-icing material either before or after or both in a snowstorm. Obviously, we ended up with about 2 inches in some areas of the town. Some areas only had about 1 inch, but it is what it is. Every county around us was out brining. Most of the municipalities that do brine were also brining. If you have questions, feel free to pick up the phone and call me. Feel free to pick up the phone and text me. You can email me. Most issues are not really resolved on social media.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So that's where we stand as far as de-icing plowing goes. Obviously, with the weather that we have coming up, most of the precipitation is forecasted to be liquid and not solid in nature. I'm hopeful that we're out of the season. Additionally, we did have I'll call it a significant amount of snow plowing in December. That has leveled itself off as it usually does in a winter season in Wisconsin. It's been about 29 years since we had 3 seasons worth of snow in 1 winter year. But we're at, I believe, 19 or 20 snowfalls, which is pretty much the same as what we ended up with last year. However, last year's was all in January and February, and this year's was mostly December in the front half of the year. So, for what it's worth.
Fire department?
They just.
They left.
You have it, before we jump past
Oh,
that,
I'm sorry.
do you have any ETA on start from spring and pop up?
As soon as the plant opens, that's pretty much what we're waiting for.
Gotcha, all right.
The only other thing I didn't want to know if you guys were interested in, having us actually go out and measure camera, this the shoulder again, or anything. We're still looking into it now, before I spend the time to do it.
I think it kind of depends on how the next 3 weeks goes with snow to make sure we don't end up with one of the nice spring 12-inch bush jobs, but yeah, at some point, I think we.
And they're talking for moderate snow from the time.
We're not quite there yet.
It could be 70 degrees, I'm saying, you never know.
Possible freezing rain Wednesday morning.
Airport, Alan's not here, so I don't have anything to report from the airport commission. We do have a meeting tomorrow night, so the timing is kind of, but, so nothing there. Blue Spring Lake District, I don't really have anything other than ice is off the lake. Some people are starting to put their piers in, so hopefully we won't get any long freezes. So, but that's all I have right now. Been a quiet winter. Building inspector.
There was only one building permit issue. It was for pole barn on Beely Road. Permit cost was $250, so that means we get $25.
Emergency management plan, I don't think.
Nothing to report.
Nothing to report, thank you. Sheriff's Department, they also left. But we very much appreciate the fact that they came today, and led, some security for us during the meeting. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Didn't really anticipate any problems, but like I said, always better to be safe than sorry. Okay, new business. 7, discussion and possible action relating to resolution 2026-01, confirming proclamation of emergency Zion Road closure signed by town board chairman on 3/5/26.
So, I would move that the town board adopt resolution 2026-01, confirming proclamation of emergency Zion Road closure signed by the town board chairman on 3/5/2026.
Second, is a roll call.
I would also move to amend the draft language to include an amendment to also lower the speed limit on the closure section of Zion Road to 25 miles an hour.
I also second that. Is this a roll call vote?
So we would vote on the amendment and then vote on.
I'm assuming that's temporary.
You asked for it.
Very aware.
Oh, yeah.
Yes or no, it's good.
Is it temporary? Yes. The order runs through May 1st, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. unless extended, modified or shortened by the town board.
Thank you.
Okay, we are voting on the amendments. Martins. Yes.
Aye.
So it is now amended and we are voting on the final motion. Martins.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
Thank you.
Now comes the hard part.
Yeah.
That part I can't really. A little bit. I would suggest you call the sheriff's department directly.
Correct.
Because I will be forwarding this resolution to the undersheriff tomorrow morning so that they're aware of.
You guys busy?
Discussion or possible action, direction relating to the recommendation to county on variance application filed by Mark and Robin Bowen, W1508 Lowland Drive, Palmyra, Wisconsin, tax parcel 024 0516 2834 001.
The Bones here? Yes, oh, you are hiding back there.
Yep. How you doing?
Good. So, application for the variances, I'm gonna try to summarize it so everybody knows, and then give you the floor if you want to add anything else. They have an existing residential property on Lowland Road that is small in nature. They're looking to build an attached garage to the building, which would, number one, be bigger than 50% of the square footage of the existing house. And number two, because of where the house is placed, or I should say where Lowland Road was put in, because that house, I think, is preceded, that the house is too close to the road within zoning requirements, and thus, if they built an attached garage, it also would be too close to the road. I called Bowens yesterday and had, I'm going to say, a 45-minute conversation probably with you about a handful of different things. One, the existing site plan shows their existing potable well within 6.5 feet, I think you had said, of the southwest corner of the house.
6 feet.
6 feet. That well were to be drilled today, it would have to be at least 8 feet away from the footing and foundation of the house. They have a 4-foot by 4-foot alcove, I'm going to call it, planned for entry into the garage and connection into the house. 2-pole I found out to offset for the gas and electric meter that's on the west face of the house on the south corner. I had discussed with them the possibility of pushing the new garage back that 4 feet and make it a single plane rather than having an alcove with a common wall in front of the house. So I don't know where your conversations yesterday ran together, if you're open to that idea.
I'm open to that idea, yeah.
Okay. By doing that, number one, stepping the house back away from, stepping the garage back away from the house face adds a little bit of something rather than just a rectangular box. Number two, check the box for the well offset to the new garage. Wouldn't make anything any better with the house, but they're not moving the house to get 8 feet away. Number two, it's kind of the best case scenario of pushing it as far back as they can with still making the garage functional. The size of the house is essentially a 2-car garage size house-ish. So adding a 2-car garage and the size to it, to me, is, unless we're going to restrict them to, I say we, unless we would recommend they be restricted to a 1-car garage, a 2-car garage is going to double the size anyway. So this would go to the county zoning board with a recommendation or without, or against, either way. Additionally, they do plan on putting in, I had a question about the driveway. There's an existing driveway that doesn't obviously lead to a garage. They would plan to leave that driveway there and build a new driveway to the new garage at that point in time, and I brought up to them that they would need a driveway permit as part of the building permit package. The first 2 fences they have to clear is the variance. So, is there anything else you want to add?
No, you got it.
So
45 minutes of talk.
I'm trying to get a little snappier here.
Do we need to have a plan redrawn before we make a decision?
I think that we could make our recommendation conditioned upon their site plan being revised to have a common garage space that's 4 foot behind the existing setback of the house. That's how I would word it, and that's how I would recommend we approve it in a motion. So I would move that the town board recommend the variance application for parcel number 0240516 2834001 for Mark and Robin Bowen, with the exception that the front face of the new proposed garage be 4 foot offset back from the existing face of the existing house.
I second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Now, am I gonna have a problem if I go 6 feet back? Because the meter is there now.
No, as long as it's more than 4. You could make it 18 if you wanted to.
No, because that would put me down
Go
the
down the
hill.
hill.
I said if you wanted to.
Because you have to stay so much away from the electric meter. So if I have to go back 6 feet, is that gonna bother me?
At least 4 feet.
Okay.
Thank you. 9, discussion and possible action direction relating to the recommendation of the county relating to rezone application filed by Nicholas Dennis to rezone 2 acres from CSM 5168 lot 1 from A3 to A1 on parcel 02-0516-0244-001 and transfer to rezone from A1 to A3 to create a 2-acre residential lot north of W626 Little Prairie Road on parcel 024-0516-2644-000.
This one had me confused, so I ended up in an hour and 40-minute conversation with Nick yesterday, so consider yourself lucky on that. Nick owns 2 existing parcels, one of which is residence is built on, which is zoned A1, exclusive A. He also owns an adjacent parcel that is split zone between A3 and natural resource that was actually imposed by his grandfather years and years and years ago. So what Nick is attempting to do is to request a split to his existing A1 parcel to build, eventually, if you approve, build a new home site behind the existing one. And then to help with land balance, the application was going to transfer the A1 from the vacant parcel to the A3, excuse me, A1 of the back portion of the parcel and the A3 from the existing vacant parcel to try to do a land balance. In talking with him yesterday, I would recommend that we recommend to the county simply to leave the A3 zoning on the existing split zone parcel and to request A3 zoning for the remnant parcel of his existing residence. So that you would have the existing A3, the existing A1 surrounding the existing house, A3 behind it for the new home site, and simply leave the A3 on the vacant parcel split zone with natural resource. So that would be my motion, to recommend to the county zoning board simply to apply A3 zoning to parcel 024-0516-0244001. Sorry, I read the wrong one. It would be A3 zoning on parcel 024-0516-2644-000.
I second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you. 10, resolution 2026-01, 2025 budget transfer resolution number 1.
I would move to table that item until the April town board.
I second that. All in favor?
The only reason is that because I added for the first item number 7 to be a resolution, but the numbering then became wrong on what Michelle had put on the original agenda, and I didn't tell her to transfer that, so that's my fault. So that would be the reason why I suggested table it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. That will be tabled until April meeting. Old business. Number 11, discussion and possible action direction regarding Stone Elephant roadway agreement and right-of-way permit, site delivery and traffic plan, and haul road for the solar farm east side of Tower Road.
Our friend Julie is mad again. Quick summary is that last month we had instructed the town attorney to review the draft road agreement with all of our stipulations regulations, recommendations included. He did do that. I provided a red line on Saturday, potentially, to One Energy. Julie identified to me today that they've already reviewed it and have provided 3 red lines back to us. I didn't print them out at 5:30 because I was here, so we don't have a copy of it. I don't know if you want to give Julie the floor to walk through any of this, if you want to go through one way or the other. I've only got it on my computer screen as a source to review.
How would you like to? I'm fine giving her time.
I would like to make sure that we don't become the immovable object for this to move forward, so.
Can I make a suggestion? Sure. This is all going to be based on your schedule. Why don't we table it, you finish, and in the next few days, we have a special board meeting for half an hour to come back and get to it, unless you'd rather just take care of it.
So the only issue with that is our town attorney will not be back in the office until next week. So it would be next week at the earliest. Not sure if this is the last piece of the puzzle. Aside from the road right-of-way permit, so we also have a parallel road right-of-way permit that I provided comments back to One Energy. I believe Julie's team is looking into and potentially revising or responding to commentary. So these 2 things are going side by side.
But doesn't have to wait for that.
For this part, I would suggest that we run it past our attorney before we approve it.
My bedtime.
So,
You good with the one week, 10 days?
you want to run through any of this off the top of your head?
Really a lot of it is kind of like legal stuff, most of the meetings, accepting both the comments, as well. The only kind of stipulation that we had concern about was the road spec for the like specific repairs. Because you all suggested putting in just the WDOT construction. By just putting in that whole entire document, our delivery team was a little bit concerned that we would then be told to build a new road, kinda. So we included in our red lines just the normal specs that we've been using, that we've had in other road agreements with other towns. Actually, that was specifically is from the Rockland project, also in Jefferson County. But yeah, or suggesting taking the exact, instructions out of that DOT and putting that in there just to be specific on how to do those repairs. But yeah, we would really appreciate it if we could have a special meeting to do it. It's kind of one of our last things before construction loan, so yeah, appreciate you all.
Hopefully sometime.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
The conversation about the spec makes more sense now than we were talking before, so.
Yeah.
We can probably find some halfway in between. We're sitting on that, the rest of it. We call them grammatical.
Yeah, they're mostly.
Yeah, but, there is a new, looks like there's a new red line section. Under 151. That's what catches my eye most on that.
Louder?
Section 21 is the part that, in my mind, requires the most amount of attorney review. There's a whole bunch of chairs way closer if you want.
Why did I know you were gonna say that?
Is this your church?
So I would move to table this until the next available special town board meeting, sometime on or after March 17th.
Second motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you. Thanks for your patience.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, 12, discussion regarding county's proposed accessory dwelling unit ordinance ADU and possible recommendation regarding the same. Do you have any more information on this? Or you want to
is coming up for hearing.
We've already had the hearing on it.
It was?
Yep.
Yeah.
Last month.
Sorry, this one is. I would move along to take no action.
I second the motion to take no action. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
13. 13, possible appointment of citizen member to vacant Palmyra Town Board Supervisor 1 position and possible administration of oath of office. As we discussed last meeting, we had 2 or 3 very qualified or very good candidates for this position. Any outcome from this is no negative reflection on any of the candidates. Thoughts? Is there any other nominations? Anybody has? Do you have any more nominations?
I would move to nominate Mark Montgomery to fill the remainder of the term for the Town Board Supervisor number 1 position.
Second.
This is a roll call, right? Are there any other nominations? Sorry. Are there any other nominations? I don't have. No more nominations. Okay.
Kayasky.
Aye.
Smith. Consult. Aye. Martins.
I will abstain.
Okay.
Mark Montgomery is now our 3rd board member. Congratulations, Mark. Thank you for stepping forward. What's the process for giving him the oath? Mark, can you come on up?
Mark, would you please raise your right hand? Repeat after me. I, Mark Montgomery, having been appointed to the office of Town Palmyra Supervisor 1, swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the state of Wisconsin, and faithfully discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
Have a seat, Mark.
Sit up front now, Mark.
Josh just pointed out it'd be our honor to have you make a motion to adjourn. Make a motion to adjourn.
Second. There we go.
I thought you did.
Oh, no, I was.
I would second.
All in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Got a vote, Mark.
All in favor of adjournment?